Hi everyone, we're Cinema Celebs here, and we're back with David,
Akshay,
Jake.
and today we're going to talk about our top 20 superhero films, and we're going to go through just a brief summary of each film and then our rating, the Cinema Celeb rating.
Alright, so let's start with David. So the way we're gonna do this, everyone's gonna do their 20 through 11, then everyone's gonna do their 10 through 6, and then we're gonna trade off one apiece until we get to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to go through my 20 through 11, and then there's one movie that I want to touch upon for a little bit, just to give an explanation of why I added on the list. So number 20 is Birdman. Number 19 is the Tim Burton Batman. 18 is The Avengers. 17 is Iron Man. 16 is Big Hero 6. 15 is Thor. 14 is Man of Steel. 13 Batman Begins. 12 is Kick-Ass, and 11 is Hancock. So now I'm going to touch upon Birdman. The reason I put that on the list. So I see it as, because in the movie they show it as an actor who played a superhero,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the alternate view from it could be he was a superhero who his whole life was acting as an actor who played a superhero, because they show you that he has, like, he levitates in the movie and he could control other objects, and maybe instead of being some sort of like metaphor for like his mental battle, it could be him actually using his powers, and he has to suppress it when he's around other people, which is the reason why he never uses them to save anyone. But it's really, I think, it's the story of a superhero who lost himself, and at the very end he saved himself after, shot himself in the nose and then flew away.
My biggest issue with that, I don't consider it a superhero movie. He doesn't save anyone, and he never does anything in front of people. Like, he never, for example, like Unbreakable, right?
Mm-hmm.
That some people say that movie's not a superhero movie, but he saves someone.
Yeah, totally.
And he has powers. I guess you can convince me about him having powers, even though he never does it in front of someone. So they're probably hallucinations. But he just
it's a different view.
he could be a guy with powers, but he never does anything heroic.
I mean,
I see it as
I think he did, because he did save those people in the end.
he saved the people.
What people did he save?
Remember when he went into that house and he wasn't that father abusing like his family or something?
What, Unbreakable or something?
Yeah.
No, not that. We're talking about Birdman.
Oh.
When did someone ever save someone in Birdman?
Birdman.
He never saved anyone.
Birdman. Well,
He guided
technically,
his daughter,
yeah, he saved.
but he didn't use his powers for that.
He saved his career.
He saved. I feel like, not necessarily his career, but like just him as like a person. I feel like he saved himself, because I think he like. All right, let's say he was a superhero, and then he just had to suppress himself, and then eventually he became, just like really kind of like the washed up actor that we see him as. But that's only because he has the mental struggle of him trying to become a true hero rather than an actor,
Yeah.
So I think maybe at the end, and they don't like give a clear explanation at the ending when he goes out the window, but they show his daughter looking up, implying like he's flying.
My interpretation of the movie is that he was hallucinating the whole time, and he has some kind of like form of schizophrenia, and at the end he jumps out a window and kills himself. And then the daughter looks down and sees her dead body, and then she snaps. She has the same schizophrenia, and then she starts hallucinating him flying.
Flying?
And then she looks
You
up.
think?
Yeah, that's my interpretation of the movie.
It's pretty good. Good interpretation.
Okay. But that's why I think it's a superhero movie.
Yeah, I mean, nevertheless, whether it's a superhero movie or not, it's still a great film. I mean, it's one of my favorite films of 2013, and it definitely deserved winning Best Picture.
Definitely.
Boyhood should have won. Alright, so anything else you want to go into on that list? I was surprised you had Iron Man so low.
Yeah.
I just was never, ever, like, of Iron Man 1, I was never a huge fan of it. It was definitely better than Iron Man 2.
Yeah. And
But
Iron Man
it just, I don't know, it just wasn't... You thought it was better than Iron Man 3?
3. Yeah, I thought it
I don't
was.
think it was. I didn't like it. I mean, well, obviously I did like it because it's on my list, but I just didn't like it
As
a lot.
much as most people.
Yeah, I don't know. There was just something about it that just kind of made it boring.
I mean, what shocks me even more is that you have the Avengers so low on your list.
I never liked the Avengers
Yeah.
more than, like,
I can
Age of
see
Ultron.
why. Because like
I don't know. I saw it.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed. My expectations were maybe a little too high going into it.
I think my expectations were high, but I don't know, it still surpassed it. I just loved
I don't know.
everything about it. I loved the action, the relationships.
The action was
chemistry,
good. I don't know. I just felt
chemistry
the
from
overall
everyone.
story just kind of.
Yeah, there was no real story.
They ripped a hole in the sky, and then some aliens came, and then they fought off aliens.
Yeah, yeah. There was no. I guess there was no story, but like I was okay with that because I liked how this set up everything so well for like future films to have better stories like Age of Ultron.
It did do a good job. It was just like one of the movies, like the buffer movies, to set up future
Yeah.
events. That's why it's not high
Yeah,
up
just
on
to
my
bring
list.
like everyone together for the
Mhm.
first time.
All right,
But
so
that's all for me.
okay, Akshay, you're
Yeah, sure.
20 through 11.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so number 20, the Wolverine. 19, the Incredible Hulk. 18, the first Iron Man. 17 is Thor. 16 is Daredevil by with Ben Affleck. Yeah, it's on my list. 15 is Chronicle. 14, Batman Begins. 13, The Dark Knight Rises. 12, X-Men First Class. And 11, the first Spider-Man directed by Sam Raimi in 2002. So, yeah, Daredevil. I know there's going to be a lot of controversy on this, but
Yeah, there will be.
yeah, oh yeah. Listen, I thought it was really good. I mean, Ben Affleck, he at the time he was okay. I mean, I don't know. I didn't think he was that bad as Daredevil. He was decent. He was a pretty good Matt Murdock.
He was a robot.
I don't think so.
He didn't show any emotion.
He did. No, like in the end, like remember. I mean, that's when Electro.
Jennifer Garner was awful, and I love Jennifer Garner, but
I
she
know.
was horrendous. And I like the beginning part when he's a kid.
Yeah, that was great. Great origin story.
I like Clark Duncan as
Yeah, it's
Kingpin,
Kingpin. Yeah, that was a great casting.
but everything else. I mean, Colin Farrell,
Yeah.
horrible.
No, I love how he was like crazy and insane and just like.
I like how he killed the old lady, but that's
Yeah,
it.
that was great, man. I mean, that was a great portrayal as Bullseye. You know, I loved it, and I loved like the story wasn't. I guess it wasn't that big, but it's it's fine. It's like a smaller kind of film. I guess it's really the nostalgia factor, to be honest, because I watched growing up as a kid. I watched this Daredevil movie and the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. Like these were the big superhero movies I watched growing up. So maybe it's nostalgia, which is why it's so high up. But I don't know. I also just I think it's genuinely just a good film, a good fun film. This was like the first superhero movie to be a dark superhero movie. Also, I mean, this movie had balls. It took risks, like because this came out before Batman Begins and like the Dark Knight trilogy, before all these other dark superhero movies.
X-Men.
No,
The-
X-Men wasn't that dark. X-Men was
Darker than Daredevil.
nah. Daredevil was pretty dark, man.
The guy in X-Men, they turned a senator into a like water creature.
Yeah, but
they
there's-
shove him down a bridge, and then he dies.
No, but still,
in front of
But still,
on
there's
camera.
There's no real bloodshed like shown. Like there's a scene when he's in a shower and he rips a tooth out because he takes such a beating from everything that's happening to him, and like there's so much.
Hate when that happens.
Like you really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting, But yeah, and then there's that one scene where he just lets that one guy, like he pushes that one guy onto like train tracks, and he was like, "That's not heaven, that's the C train." Like, oh man, that was that secret. I don't know.
The writing, but
I like the writing so good.
and oh man, why Batman Begins so well?
I mean, yeah. I don't get me wrong. I love Batman Begins, but I don't know. I think I
He
just.
loves it. Okay.
I mean, they were just. I think when I was making it, it was pretty high up. But then I think it just went down because I just thought of other superhero movies that came out more recently, and I think I just liked it more, I guess. And I also liked the other two Dark Knight movies a little more than Batman Begins. So, but still, don't get me wrong. Batman Begins is I think it's probably the best superhero origin story film of all of them. Like,
Okay.
I could agree with that.
yeah, and then it was definitely great of them to use different Batman villains like Ra's al Ghul and Scarecrow, and
Yes.
yeah, just great acting all around. Great ensemble cast. Michael Caine, Kristen Bale, Morgan Freeman. Who else was there? Liam Neeson.
Mhm.
Yeah, just great ensemble cast. Everything, great story. Everything.
Katie Holmes,
Yeah.
Michael Caine.
Oh yeah, I already said yeah. Michael
Is that
Caine.
Michael Caine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah. Scarecrow, great performance.
You got the Kevin Watanabe,
Oh yeah, Ken Watanabe.
Ken Watanabe.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Kevin.
He was like the fake Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my list. 20, Watchmen. 19, Mask of Zorro. 18, Guardians of the Galaxy. 17, Iron Man 3. 16, The Dark Knight Rises. 15, X2, X-Men United. 14, Kick-Ass. 13, Push. 12, Spider-Man, or Sam Raimi original. And 11, X-Men First Class.
Nice, solid list.
So, Push. That's a movie that not many people have seen, but it stars Chris Evans and Dakota Fanning. There's also if you watch Fear the Walking Dead, the father in it is in it too.
Oh, Cliff Curtis.
Cliff Curtis, correct. He is yeah. It takes place in China. It's about these like. I'll let you watch it, but it's really good, and it's underrated as well. Watchmen, I watched this recently, and Watchmen, it's really long, which is a mistake. And pretty much most of it's really bad, but Rorschach is just so good in it that it makes up for a lot of the shortcomings of the movie. Patrick Wilson is also very good. Everything else is not the best. Dr. Manhattan is an awful character. Silk Spectre is even worse. It's just, nonetheless, Rorschach makes up for it. Amazing character, one of the best. Also, Mask of Zorro. This is Antonio Banderas, Anthony Hopkins, Catherine Zeta-Jones, just those three. That'll do it. Excellent film. Exciting, classic 90s movie. Big budget. Kick-Ass, obviously. Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Chloe Grace Moretz, Nick Cage. Great cast. Evan Peters, Mark Strong. Good cast. And so that's my list, guys. Any qualms? Any
Can I see it real quick?
Sure. Okay, we got Watchmen, Mask of Zorro, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man 3, Dark Knight Rises, X2 United, Kick-Ass, Push, Spider-Man, X-Men First Class.
Nice.
Dark Knight Rises. I feel that's pretty low for Dark Knight
Yeah,
Rises.
yeah, same. And Guardians of the Galaxy is pretty low as well.
Yeah, Guardians, I'm sorry. Everyone loves Guardians, but that movie's a soundtrack.
Come on.
That movie's a soundtrack.
Every
I
day.
feel like that's
time
something that
you do
made it
this.
though.
What?
I think that's one thing that made it a good film.
Because
Because without the soundtrack, I think it's a good film.
Yeah.
But the
Ugh.
I feel like the soundtrack adds to it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I
like-
think it's a good film without the soundtrack.
I like parts of it, but it's just like it's not very memorable. You remember like having a good feeling walking out of that movie, but you don't really remember
I mean,
what happened.
I could see how the soundtrack is really
Yeah.
what gives you that good feeling.
Raccoon, Rocket Raccoon is the best part of it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
And
And
Groot.
I don't know, Groot,
It's
I
like
like
a great.
he's just there.
I like how it was like kind of like a Han Solo Chewbacca relationship. You know.
I mean,
Yeah, I like that.
There's about 4 or 5 jokes that are really good. Everything else is pretty mediocre. It's a good movie. Believe me. I think it's the 5th best Marvel movie, and they've come out with 12, 13 movies now.
Yeah, yeah.
So it just didn't resonate with me as much as it did other people. So you want to go Snake or back to David? And begins. Okay, so Civil War. I know I'm gonna have to defend this. All right. I saw it recently.
Yeah.
I didn't rewatch it, so I can't see like right now off the bat. It's not on the level of the other movies. But it's a good movie. It's a good ending. It's a good action. But I need to rewatch it a few more times. They took away all the political angle from Winter Soldier, which I liked. They took away like the gritty aspect too. I felt it more was like an Avenger movie rather than Captain America movie.
I can see that.
Incredibles, that's just awesome.
Oh yeah.
It's Pixar. It's
Big
probably
Rock
my
Super is
it's
best.
probably my 3rd favorite Pixar movie.
Yes. Yeah.
I like Ratatouille and I like
Toy Story.
no, I like Ratatouille.
Nice.
Lights.
It's alright.
I like Ratatouille and I like
Up.
no. I know it's my second. I guess I like
What else?
I guess I like
Finding Nemo.
Monsters Inc. more.
Oh, Monsters Inc. Yeah,
Oh, that's
a
I
good
love Monsters Inc.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, that's good.
Unbreakable. That's a movie you gotta watch. Okay, it's Bruce
Yes.
Willis. It's directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yep.
Don't let the name scare
Back
you.
in- back
This
in
is
his
when
glory
he's
days.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He's an incredible director. The use of color is probably the best of any director ever.
Mm.
You see purple from Samuel Jackson's character, Elijah Price, and you see green from Bruce Willis's character, David Dunn. And there's also like a villain in it that's called the Orange Man. He wears bright orange, and he's a criminal, obviously. So you see him like you immediately identify him as a bad person because he wears that orange color. It's just incredible direction, incredible film. It takes superheroes like seriously. It takes the
Yeah.
tone seriously.
Yeah, different spin on the genre.
The ending, I won't give it away, but it's probably the best ending to any superhero movie other than maybe The Dark Knight,
Yeah.
which you'll see later.
Yeah.
And Batman Begins, it's just, I like it all, quite a bit more than Akshay, I guess. But I like it. The beginning is really, really good. The whole part when he's in Tibet, I think, and
Yeah.
he's like, he needs to get the flower. And
Yeah,
he's
I-
training, and then he's like, and then it flashes back to him like in Gotham,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Mhm.
it's just a really good, and then the middle is also good.
Yeah, it's a great
The
character story.
the ending takes a little dip, but like it's still very good. The very ending where he decides to not save Liam Neeson, who's essentially like a father figure to him.
Yeah.
That was incredible. Gary Oldman, it was probably
Oh, yeah,
his
Gary
best, his biggest involvement in any movie of the trilogy. So that's my list.
Yeah, it's good.
Solid.
Nice.
All right, Akshay.
So you went from
10 to 5?
10 to 5. All right. So number 10, I have Unbreakable. Same thoughts as Jake. Great film back in M. Night Shyamalan's glory days. You definitely check it out if you haven't already. 9 is Deadpool. 8, Guardians of the Galaxy. 7, Captain America: The First Avenger. And 6, Spider-Man 2. And yeah. So yeah, I mean Deadpool. I mean, what can I say? It's such a unique superhero film. Like it's hilarious. It has a great story, great chemistry between all the other characters. Like I love the chemistry between Wade Wilson and Weasel. That was awesome. Great love story. I mean, probably the best superhero love story ever. I mean, that's so good. And yeah, just great action. And it shows that you can make a great superhero movie even with a low budget. And yeah, just phenomenal.
58 million isn't quite a low budget.
I mean,
before
it's
superhero
low.
movies.
It's
Yeah,
low for
yeah.
superhero movies, yeah. So yeah, that's number 9. Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool's number 9. Guardians of the Galaxy would be number 8. I loved it. I mean, it's. I felt like the soundtrack added to it. You know, really
Mhm.
on its own. I agree. On
I
its own,
agree,
it's
it did
like-
add to it, but it added
Like,
a lot.
I mean, no, but like it added to it. But it's like on it, even without the soundtrack, it's still a great film.
I feel like it made it from like a 5.5 out of 10 to like a 7.5 out of 10. And if you take it away, it's
I
a
don't know.
mediocre
I
movie.
mean, I think it brought it from like a 6 to an 8.
yeah,
But still 6. It's good. but
6
it's
is.
not-
6 is pretty good.
I think 6 is pretty good.
okay.
Is that it for you?
Yeah. Oh, and Spider-Man 2. It's
Mm.
number 6. I love Spider-Man 2. I mean, just, oh my god, one of Sam Raimi's definitely the best Spider-Man movie of any, including Sam Raimi's movies and Mark Webb's movies. And oh my god, I just love the action, the story, the character development of Peter Parker. I love how they adapted the Spider-Man No More storyline into there. That was awesome. Great action sequences with Spider-Man and Doc Ock. Just a great, just inspirational.
Train sequence.
Oh
was
my god,
awesome.
That was
so
great.
good, man! And when they like chills down your
Chills,
arm,
yes.
man.
The
It was on the edge of my
raindrops.
seat.
Yeah,
Raindrops.
oh, yeah,
sequence.
raindrops are falling. Yeah, that's
That's
just
such a
that's
good-
just one of those great Sam Raimi moments.
Yeah, when like he's like so happy without his powers, and
Yeah.
you're like,
And
oh,
then
yeah, I
he-
guess he would be happy.
Yeah, and then he like takes a bite out of the donut.
The hot dog.
The
The
hot dog,
outrageous
yeah,
like
hot
a huge bite out of the
Yeah,
hot
that
dog.
was-
And like he's like answering all his questions in class, and the guy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
his professor's like, "Nice job, Peter."
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I love Spider-Man 2. Definitely check. If you haven't seen it already, you're living under a rock. All right, just watch it. Jesus.
Came out in like 2002.
2004.
2008?
Four.
Four. Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
James Franco's in it.
Yeah.
ladies.
Yes.
Yep. And
Unfortunately, that didn't make my list.
What?
You know what?
oh my god.
It wasn't on my mind when I was making my list. It just wasn't on my mind.
Have you rewatched
Yeah.
it recently?
Probably like over the summer, last summer.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. I thought
But
2 days ago.
I guess now that I'm really thinking it would be on my list, but unfortunately, it wasn't when I was
when you were making it.
when I was making it.
Fair
so.
enough.
Oh yeah. Also, I want to talk about Captain America: The First Avenger. I think this
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah.
pretty underrated. I think this is a phenomenal Marvel film. I mean, we really got to know the character of Steve Rogers. I loved how he was, even though he was scrawny and weak, he still really wanted to serve his country, and he believed him, and he was amazing. And Chris Evans was amazing as Captain America, and the Hugo Weaving was amazing as the Red Skull. Like I hope he comes back in like Infinity War or something. Probably
He's
won't.
I don't know. They kind of left it open because he was just sucked up in the sky. I feel like he's gonna come back.
But the guy who plays him said he won't come back.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are they gonna do?
Ah.
Do what they did with Rhodey?
Yeah,
Change
Just
the
like-
actor?
No, I don't think
think
they'll
they'll
use
use
the
him.
actor.
No.
They'll just
They
they'll just won't
use
use
it.
him.
Yeah, that sucks.
I don't know, but there should be some explanation. Like, come
I think
on.
Red Skull's
They're gonna make Captain America Hydra agent.
No, that'd be terrible.
no.
Ah,
I heard that. No.
Yeah, no way.
Uh,
But yeah,
Never.
yeah.
He's gonna I am your father.
But yeah, great film. Definitely just one of the best Marvel movies in my opinion. And yeah, so it's up there with me with the other two Captain America movies.
All right,
So,
so
yeah,
what's yours? 10-6.
10-6.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 10 is Age of Ultron. Number 9 is First Class. 8 is Guardians of the Galaxy. 7 is Iron Man 3, and 6 is Deadpool.
Nice.
So I guess wow, they're all Marvel. Well, I guess technically X-Men is Fox,
Yeah,
but
Deadpool.
And Deadpool's.
and
Fox.
Deadpool too, yeah. So Age of Ultron. As I said before, I thought it was a lot better than the original Avengers, and I just loved the movie because it was just. I felt like it was such a massive movie, like figuratively and literally, because I saw it in IMAX when I saw it, so just huge. And I just really liked the introduction of the Scarlet Witch and the integration of Falcon into it. Oh, no, that's his name, right? Not Falcon.
Yes. Wait, Falcon?
Wait.
Oh,
Which guy are you
man.
talking about?
Wait, is it
The one
Hawkeye?
with no, not
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
oh,
one with the
Quicksilver?
wings.
Wait.
Falcon. Yeah.
That is Falcon. Okay, yeah, because when I said it, I was like, that doesn't sound like his name. But okay, Falcon.
Well, his real name's Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson. Yeah. I don't know. I just call him Falcon.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Superhero names, man.
Yeah.
And then number 9, X-Men First Class.
Oh yeah.
I just really loved this film.
The Magneto.
It was overall,
Yeah,
Magneto
I
was
loved it.
awesome. I loved his backstory in it.
Yeah, I love in the
Just-
beginning how you just saw him like take down old Nazi soldiers.
The Nazis in,
Yes.
in Argentina.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
Like
sick.
like in that bar. Oh
Yeah.
my god. I love that scene.
Yeah. Overall just like a solid film. Nothing really specific to say about it. It was just overall it was really solid, I think. 8, Guardians of the Galaxy. We've had a lot of discussion about this. I liked it a lot. Soundtrack definitely did bring it from a 6 to an 8, I would say. But it was just overall like it's one of the very few superhero films that have just a good vibe throughout it. Obviously, except for like the beginning, maybe when his mom died.
Mom dies.
Yeah. But I really like the vibe from it. I thought that was kind of unique, and I can't wait for the second one. Then Iron Man 3. I just thought it was really good because it showed Tony Stark as Tony Stark, not as Iron Man, which is something that you didn't really see except for like the first like 10 minutes of the first Iron Man. But I just really liked seeing him just on his own without his suit, using his just knowledge of engineering and just outsmarting the bad guys pretty much.
I liked it.
Then number 6 is Deadpool. It was definitely another superhero film unlike any of the other I've seen. It's just funny. Action was great. I felt like it was paced pretty well. Only critique would be like it was kind of short.
Yeah, it was like
Um,
90 minutes. It was pretty
It
short.
was shorter, but I appreciate it still. Definitely the love aspect to it
Mhm.
was just really interesting. Also something that you don't really see in superhero films.
Check out our review on this channel.
Oh yeah. First video. Yeah.
Yeah, first one on this channel. Check it out. Link below.
Or just
Alright.
subscribe also. Yeah. That is nerd.
We'll say that for later.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Just drop it in every like once in a while.
So-
Subscribe.
Yeah.
David, you're 5. No, you're number 5. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's what I was thinking. Number 5 is The Incredibles.
Nice.
And I guess as a kid, I just loved this movie so much. It was probably like for a good few years of my life, it was like my number 1 favorite movie. Like I would always watch it. I don't know. I guess it was really the first superhero film that I've seen that just blew me away. It was just the whole family had like the fact that it was like a family of superheroes. I thought that was so cool. And then he had his friend. Oh man, I forgot their names. Who's the Iceman?
Oh, Frozone.
Frozone. Yes, Frozone. I love that name.
Yes.
I thought that was cool. Just how it was like that the family, and then they have like the friend, and then it was just like just a great superhero film. Great pacing. Had a little bit of like funny moments, a little bit of scary moments, action, obviously, just kind of like emotional family bonding kind of moments, and just like kind of touched every aspect of like emotion. I feel like, and just that's why it's my number 5.
Nice.
Actually, you're number 5.
Number 5, I have Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Of course, I mean,
It's a great one.
yeah. I mean, what can I say? The Russo brothers really shocked us with this. They did a phenomenal job. I really loved how it delved into Captain America's belief system, and I loved it was such an impactful film on the Marvel universe.
Absolutely.
With like just finding out that Shield has been taken over by Hydra over the past like few decades. I loved how we saw just the relationship between Steve Rogers and Falcon really was phenomenal. Great chemistry right there. Great chemistry between Steve Rogers and Black Widow was great as well. And just a great story, great action. I love the action. The action was so good. It was like close combat and everything. I
The
loved
Nick
it.
Fury scene was excellent.
Oh yeah, that was
Yes.
great as well. Yep.
I remember about the action. The one thing I'll never forget, I just thought it was like the coolest fight scene ever, was the bridge scene when
Yes.
Cap and Bucky are fighting hand to hand. Bucky pulls out the knife. They're fighting. I remember, just in the middle of fighting, like they're fighting. He's swinging arms, and then Bucky he flips the knife, flips over twice, and catches it like this, and to go like a jab. And I just thought it was so cool. Just like the fact that like, just the little details like that they
Yeah.
added in, just
Yeah,
really made the fighting so much
Stunt
more intense.
choreography.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
they paid so much attention to detail in this.
Mhm.
So good. So yeah, just phenomenal film. Yeah.
Alright, my number 5 is Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi's. Alright, so this is like one of my favorites ever. It's pretty much all you want from a superhero movie. It has action, it has adventure, it has drama, it has like when he stopped being Spider-Man. Like you can totally, and this is the movie where you can relate to Tobey Maguire the best. He is just like he's pretty much sick of cleaning up for everyone.
Yeah, he is.
And then at the end, when he realizes like that's who he is,
Yeah.
and then pretty much the New Yorkers get to show their gratitude in the train scene.
Mhm.
They see his face and they promise not to tell anyone.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, a great moment.
Yeah.
Doc Ock, incredible.
Yeah.
I love like the moment that really stuck out to me is when he when like that wall was about to fall on MJ, and then he like comes and he picks it up and he's like,
Yeah.
"Hi," and it was
He's
such
like,
a Peter
"This is
Parker
really
thing to
good."
do.
Yeah.
And it was like, and then so yeah, that's Spider-Man 2. Yeah, incredible. Probably my favorite Sam Raimi movie.
Oh yeah.
Just great superhero movie. Alright, so my number 4 is X-Men Days of Future Past.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
So I really love this movie because like the more you watch it, the better it is. That Quicksilver scene is incredible. I still
yeah.
find myself watching it on YouTube sometimes. It's they put like a lot of hints in it. Obviously the Magneto stuff and the Xavier stuff is always top notch. But I think this time instead of First Class, the other characters are really good as well. Future Magneto, future Charles, when they're like reflecting on their life, when Magneto is like about to die and he's like, "Oh, we spent all those years fighting Charles
Yeah.
for what?" And then it's like, and that like beginning sequence when they all die. And
Yeah.
then they all.
Oh my
and
god.
You're
That was
too
so
late.
that was so
like,
heartbreaking too because like it just
Iceman
seemed,
died.
Yeah, just seeing Storm die, freaking get stabbed right through the chest, and oh my god.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then like obviously Wolverine was excellent in
Oh
it.
yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Nicholas Hoult was really good. Understated performance.
Mhm.
It was just like a lot of good stuff. It's like it was more like a big. It's like how you do a big scale movie. I think the Avengers should take some notes from that because instead of like making it like campy and like kind of giving everyone their moment, they pretty much let the story like the story is what's driving the film, not the characters.
Mhm.
And in a big movie like this, that's what you need. So, story was excellent. Peter Dinklage was excellent. Was an excellent villain. The young Strider was great too.
Mhm.
So, that's X-Men: Days of Future Past. Akshay, you're number 4.
And number 4 is The Dark Knight. Of course, one of the best superhero movies. I know. I mean,
I know,
A
right?
bit low. A bit low.
A bit low. I mean, yeah, it was higher, but
Explain yourself, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some negatives?
I mean, no, there aren't any negatives. It's just I don't know. I just like the other 3 I have are just better, I guess.
You would give the other 3 a 10 out of 10,
Yeah.
and you
I
would
mean,
give
yeah,
and
give Dark Knight 10 out of 10 as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So they could be like in any order, really, or
But I think I just like the other 3 more because they're just
They just hold more weight in their 10
Yeah.
out of 10.
yeah, they're just more. I think I just had a better experience with them, I guess. But still, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Dark Knight is, man, I don't know.
You can't have a better experience.
Yeah, that
than
is
Dark
just from
Knight.
the story, the character development, the action, the Heath Ledger as the Joker. I mean, I don't even know what to say. One of the best performances of all time.
Aaron Eckhart was also
Yeah,
so good.
That's great. He was great as Harvey Dent. I love how it wasn't just Batman and the Joker. They also incorporated the story with Harvey Dent and the rise and fall of Harvey Dent.
That was probably like the biggest thing.
Yeah, that was.
So that's Joker's goal because
Exactly.
he was the one guy that could make the city like an actual city, not like a pretty much cesspool for evil.
Yeah.
And then Joker's trying to prove a point about like how humans are like corrupt. And
Yeah,
like they
exactly.
can always be corrupted.
Yeah.
And he like tried so hard to prove that point. That's why he attacks
Exactly.
Dent. And then he succeeds at the
He
end.
does succeed,
And then
that-
Batman has to take the fall for it.
Yeah, that was such a great ending too.
Oh, the ending.
The ending, oh my god, I get chills every time I watch
Yep.
it. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the whole speech,
Yeah, the
and
whole
then
speech.
just him riding away,
Riding away.
and
Oh my
escaping.
God.
Oh.
And there's even like
I'm getting chills right now thinking
Yeah,
about
man,
it.
There's even comedy moments like when Joker when the thing doesn't work
Yeah, just
and
like-
he like looks back.
It's like I want to show you a magic trick, and then he just
Oh
gets
yeah.
slammed.
There's
Oh,
also
yeah.
the part with when that guy that works for Wayne Enterprises like pretty much figures out that Bruce Wayne is Batman,
Mhm.
and he's like and he goes to Lucius Fox and he's like, I want
Yes.
$10 million every year for the rest of my life, and then like Fox goes, if you so you think your client is a multi-billionaire who spends his nights beating criminals to a pulp, and your plan is to threaten this person?
Yeah, that's such a subtle comedic moment there.
Yeah, and it's like true because in all these movies they always try to blackmail the hero.
Yeah.
The hero can literally just like beat them up, and then that's it.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's so true. But yeah.
And then Batman obviously saves that guy in the end.
Yeah, he does.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, as you can see, Dark
Incredible.
Knight, great film, incredible. It came out in like 2008, I think. And still,
2008.
yeah, it still holds up very well.
It looks like it came out
like last year or this year even.
like 2 years from now.
Yeah. yeah, that's
It
true.
looks like it came out in 2018.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm I like Ben Affleck as Batman, and I'm excited for this new direction. But The Dark Knight will always be the definitive Batman film, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to get any better than The Dark Knight.
I'll agree with that.
All right, David, you're number 4.
So my number 4 is The Dark Knight Rises.
Nice.
Yeah, this definitely wasn't as good as The Dark Knight, but it definitely was a very solid Batman film, better than Batman Begins. There was just so much more developed at this point because obviously it's a trilogy, it was the last one in the trilogy, and so everything was already developed, which obviously gave him more time to play out the storyline rather than developing the storyline. So it just has just the rise of Bane and the way he took over the city. I really like that, and the fall of Batman, and his rise again, hence the name Dark Knight Rises. But I just think the origins that they touch upon in it of Bane, and then they touch back upon a little bit of Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, that's a great.
I thought that was really nice the way they just incorporated that, and then at the end, when you find out who Bane is and who the other girl is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna tell, but
Well, I mean, no. If you haven't seen it at all,
if you haven't seen it,
like-
you should go see it. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Might as well even spoil it for you.
Yeah.
Because it's just go see it.
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna spoil it, but I think it was great. Everything was great about it. Just a different world of Batman, kind of, because it wasn't a city where Batman never really ruled the city, but it wasn't a city where Batman has the control that he used to have. It's a city where Bane is in complete control of the city. Everything's taken over. You see, like, the tanks rolling through the streets, and everything was just, like, under lockdown. You couldn't be out in the streets. They had the curfew. Everyone had to be in by a certain time. It was just the atmosphere of it was just really good.
Yeah, I also love that Bane was like he was a great villain physically to Batman, because we didn't really see that yet in this trilogy.
Yeah, no one physically can match Batman.
Yeah.
All right, your number 3.
Which was my number 3 is Captain America: Winter Soldier. This previously was my number 1 favorite Marvel movie, but then obviously, since the last review, Civil War is my number 1. But this is definitely still an amazing movie. It's just the political aspect of it and the development of Shield and Hydra, and then also the development of Captain America himself, and the way they set it up with bringing Bucky into it, and how Bucky is still around, and then you see that there's still some hope. By the end of the movie, you see there's still hope for Bucky to become friends with Captain again, and just everything about it was just kind of mind blowing. I remember when I watched it like the first time, the scene where he escapes the Shield base with the helicopter coming out to him. I was like I didn't even think because obviously it's like so unrealistic, but it just in the moment you didn't even think about that. You just thought, wow, this is so cool. He's just on a motorcycle and he's just riding away, and his shield and just like some jumps and stuff and flips, and then it was just I was really amazed by it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, I have to say, I was shocked how they gave Bucky such a big role in this Marvel universe now.
That was unexpected.
Yeah, because way back in Captain America: The First Avenger, you didn't think he would have such a big role.
Mm-hmm. You think they planned it, or they
I don't think they
changed
planned it.
stream?
Yeah, they must have changed. It didn't seem like they planned it.
I think they planned it first.
Really?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
I think they. I don't think they would have hired Sebastian Stan unless they planned it, because Sebastian Stan was in like Once Upon a Time, and he had like a really popular role, and they had a spin-off show Once Upon a Time, where he would have been like the main character, but he said no to it, and they recasted it. So like, I feel like they gave him like, hey, listen, you're gonna be like busy, so don't.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
So
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So Akshay,
Yeah.
your number 3.
My number 3 is X-Men: Days of Future Past. Just like Jake said, phenomenal film. Great acting, great story. I loved how they really just combined the First Class cast and the original cast so
Seamlessly.
well. Yeah, so well. It's like I loved how they went back and forth in the end, and the story flowed so well. It really did, like you really you were hooked right from the beginning. The character development of Magneto, Professor X, the younger versions were so interesting. Mystique was great. She had a bigger role in this, but I didn't mind it personally because it made sense with the story. It made sense that they'd use her DNA for the Sentinels, so it made sense.
Yeah,
and,
totally.
And I loved Hugh Jackman as Wolverine as always. Phenomenal portrayal. I just loved that scene when he just woke up after being sent back in time, like his mind, and he just woke up and he was like, "Oh shit, where am I?" And then he had to take on those guys.
Yeah.
And that was a great action scene. And yeah, just phenomenal film. You know, great film, great X-Men film. I didn't see Apocalypse, but I don't know if that's. I've heard
Oh, I
it
didn't
was
see
a-
that either.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
Wow, that completely just went over my head. I didn't
Yeah.
even, I forgot about it.
Yeah, but I don't know if I've heard like mixed reviews about Apocalypse.
Great. I think I'm expecting to like it, but
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be better than Days of
I
Future
just didn't go to the theater, you know.
Past. Yeah, same. But
Oh.
yeah, Jake.
All right, so my number 3, same with David, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. So for me, it's the best Marvel movie. I like the political aspect, just as David said. Nick Fury was best in this. I want to count these and see how many of them had Samuel Jackson in them. But let me count them real quick. All right. Okay. 1. All right. 2, 3, 4. So 4 out of 20 had Samuel Jackson in them.
Oh,
Pretty
wow.
decent amount.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So he was incredible in it. Scarlett Johansson, incredible in it. Best portrayal of Black Widow. Like, I mean, I think they really gave some depth to her character. Like, I think if this movie came out, no one would even be floating the idea of her having a solo movie because no one would give a crap about her.
Yeah.
Obviously, Chris Evans really identified himself as
Oh,
Captain
yeah.
America.
This is the film that
Yeah.
like really made everyone love Captain America.
Mhm.
Honestly.
I like how it's like all about him. Like, he's like not willing to compromise on on his like how he grew up with how being America is. Like, when he said like this isn't freedom, this is fear. And he's like, you can't have like this NSA spying and stuff like that. It's like commentary on that, and that like you can't like cut down people's freedom for the sake of like national security.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and it shows how that security can be corrupted pretty easily.
Yeah.
So really good movie. I would say like Marvel's second best villain, with Robert Redford.
Mhm.
And Bucky, obviously incredible in it. Really good movie. All right, so number 2, I got Deadpool. You guys have it a little bit lower, but I for me, comedies tend to work when they're not like legit comedies. They're like mixed with another genre, like a horror comedy or an action comedy. In this case, an action comedy. The jokes work so well, and I just had more fun than I did in the other movies. I think it's by far the funniest superhero movie,
Oh yeah.
and I think it had the most heart in it as well.
Yes.
It didn't feel like, oh, okay, so we have a bunch of people here, like talented people, but they're doing this for a paycheck, like a lot of Marvel films do. But this felt like, okay, well, we finally have a chance to do this. We've been wanting to do this,
Yeah,
so let's do it right.
Ever since X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like that's
And like, man, they really hit it,
Yeah.
and it was incredible. Still my favorite comic book movie of this year. It's gonna be probably impossible to beat.
Well, except for number 1.
Well, this year,
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a hint. My number 1 did not come out this year. Okay.
Wow, that's
So,
great.
yeah, Deadpool, incredible. Miranda Baccarin was awesome. T.J. Miller. The Ed Skrein as a villain was actually pretty good. And yeah, so I just think the comedy worked in all levels. Made me really just love the movie. Love Deadpool as a character. Can't wait to see him return again.
I also really like the breaking the fourth wall.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And I think just my favorite moment when they broke the fourth wall was when they said that the studio can only afford one Avenger. That's why they only show
Colossus.
Colossus.
And
Yeah.
Man, I'm so bad with names. I don't know
It's
why.
like, why are there only 2? Like, it's such a big mansion. Why are only 2 of you here? It's like the studio couldn't afford more than 2 X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so good.
All right, so Akshay, you're number 2.
Yeah, number 2 would be the Avengers, the first Avengers. Now I know that you weren't a big fan. I know you guys weren't big fans, but it's alright. I mean, I understand. But I loved it. I mean, when it came out, I was so pumped up for it, and it surpassed my expectations. I loved I loved how each character got their own screen time, got their own moments. Like you saw when you were focused on Captain America when it was Captain America's moment. You were focused on on Tony Stark when it was Tony Stark's moment. On Thor, I loved how they expanded the Thor and Loki relationship in this. That was pretty unexpected, to be honest. Loki was a great villain for this movie because, like, I don't know, because like before it came out, I was wondering why they chose Loki, but it makes sense why they would after watching it, and it expands his character a lot. And even further, going further, I loved how it played into Thor: The Dark World. I thought that enhanced that one as well. But I love Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk because I was pretty disappointed. As you, I think, as I said, Incredible Hulk was on my list, and I loved Edward Norton as Bruce Banner. I thought he played a great Bruce Banner, but Mark Ruffalo was different, but still great. I mean, you know, he definitely embodied Bruce Banner. He was like on edge a lot. He was very Bruce Banner was very intelligent in this, and then I thought the CGI Hulk, like the CGI, the aesthetics were pretty good, like the best they've been. Because I didn't really like how the Hulk looked previously in the Incredible Hulk and in Ang Lee's Hulk.
What about Age of Ultron? You think they improved or digressed?
I think they were. It felt like the same.
Okay.
Much, but
I
still.
think because there was definitely like if they didn't drop like it seemed like there was like some sort of desaturation filter. It looks like they kind of put over
Yes,
it,
yeah.
and I feel like that kind of took away from the CGI of the Hulk. I feel like if they had left it without the filter, it would have looked great.
The entire movie was desaturated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for that cut, guys. But yeah, can't run so good. So we were talking about
How it took away just from
in Avengers.
the CGI.
Yeah,
Yeah, from the
yeah.
CGI. I felt like,
Yeah.
and then also Man of Steel. They did the desaturation.
Yeah.
It didn't work that well.
Yeah, but in Civil War it looked better in Civil
It
War.
looked better. I think it looked.
They added like a bit of gray, like for the except the airplane scene.
Mhm.
The airplane scene, I think they added like a white and then like or something like that. Maybe they just did it, but
The airplane scene?
like everything
Oh, yeah.
before that, it was like gray.
Yeah.
Like especially the scene with like when he's holding back the helicopter.
Yeah.
That's like that. I like saw the gray.
Yeah. That's true.
I
Yeah.
think the best filter in any of the Marvel movies would be in Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Because it was a pretty gray, like really neutral.
It's like gray
Yeah.
bluish.
Gray
yeah.
blue. Bluish.
But it fit with the film.
It fit.
Yes.
It fit the tone really well.
Yeah.
And there's not that much like flailing colors in Captain America 2.
That's one thing
He
I
wears
like.
a black suit and like
Yeah.
probably the most colorful thing is Black Widow's hair.
Well, actually, I'd say the most colorful thing would be in the end when he wears the World War II.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's
yeah.
like the ending. But like
Yeah.
throughout the movie,
I think-
he's wearing that black one, and then
Yeah, that's true.
the villains wear black,
Yeah, they were black.
and then the Shield people wear black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Black Widow wears black.
I really liked the neutral color palette they used for it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I just felt like it just fit because it's like the organization's being taken over by, or is already taken over by an evil organization. So it just really fit the neutral, nothing. I don't want to say exciting. Nothing like. I don't know what it is I'm looking for. Like, it just really worked. The neutral, because it just helps. I feel like with the story and events that were happening.
Mhm.
I can't really think of the word right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's Akshay number 2.
Yep, the Avengers.
All right. Down David's number 2.
It
Were we
was.
going this way?
And then we're going back this way.
No, go back.
Oh
this
yeah.
way.
Okay. Yeah.
My number 2 was Civil War. I just thought it was. I mean, maybe it was just because it was more of an Avengers film, but I liked it better than Winter Soldier. And just the story, again, like with Avengers: Age of Ultron, just the massiveness of the story, I really liked. The fact that Bucky is coming back, and he's good, and like the development between Bucky and Cap, and then also the development of each side, like of Iron Man and Cap. I like the development for that, the way it was all set up, the way it's set up for future movies, the introduction of Spider-Man and
Yes.
Ant-Man, even though
Black
they
Panther.
were
Yeah.
somewhat, and Bucky, yes.
Black Panther.
Even though, Black Panther, yeah. Black Panther was awesome. I
Yeah,
just
he
think,
was.
he was just so cool. And, again, I said in, oh, wait, no, because that one's not up. the spoiler. Oh no.
I mean,
Say it again.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'll say it again. For Black Panther, I really like the first shot where you see who he is, or not like his identity, but like just see him, his character, when they have like the really cool shot of the helicopter comes over, shooting at him, and he has the vibranium suit.
Yeah.
So and he just stands up and turns around, and then he just looks so epic. And I just
Yeah.
really like the way that they had like down to like the lighting, the costume, his stance, just the first shot of his character in full. I thought was just so awesome. That blew me away.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then I like how they're incorporating Ant-Man and Spider-Man, even though I personally feel like they were kind of useless characters. Maybe like when Spider-Man like stole Cap's shield, and then that was like maybe the only useful thing I feel like. But I liked that they were
and
introduced.
when Spider-Man did the Empire Strikes Back thing.
Oh, that thing, and then also Giant Man.
Yeah, Giant Man.
But I mean, other
They
than that,
contributed to the action.
they contributed to the action, not much to the story.
Mhm.
But I can appreciate their introduction into the Avengers. But overall, it was a solid movie. So yeah, that's my number 2.
Nice.
And then I guess we're snaking, so I have to do my number 1, which is obviously The Dark Knight. So I don't know, we've talked about it a lot already. From comparing it to The Dark Knight Rises, from when you had it as your what?
Number 4. Yeah.
Number 4. Well,
It's
no, we don't know. We don't know actually.
We really
We
don't.
don't know. Like, honestly, it's a
We
mystery.
have no idea.
It's a mystery.
Don't ask us.
I mean, it's still top
All
5.
questions go
You know what?
directly to Akshay.
I encourage you, as a viewer, I encourage you to get involved. Send Akshay a personal email explaining why The Dark Knight should be number 1.
I mean,
Send it at
listen.
cinemashlubs@gmail.com.
Addressed to Akshay.
Or just put it in the comments below.
Oh yeah.
Even better. Start a comment discussion.
Yeah. And to really know, for him to really take your opinion seriously, you're gonna need to subscribe.
Yes,
hit that
and
button.
give a thumbs up.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Thumbs up for Dark Knight as number 1.
Yeah.
Like as well. That's
Totally.
another. Yep.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And email any questions. Well, say,
Yeah.
like,
Email, comment, whatever. Get
yeah,
involved.
we will discuss that.
Yeah, get angry. Get spitting angry, alright?
Yes, we want you to make a video in reply to this.
Yeah, and just send it.
Yeah.
Just send it, yes.
Send it, share it with everyone. So
Send it to our email.
Yeah.
There's a chance Akshay will come to your house.
Maybe. Yeah.
Come to
See.
your house, and then he'll go all Dark Knight on you.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you can
that's-
get this video to 100,000 views, Akshay will go to every one of those 100,000 people's house.
Better yet, if we get no, better yet, if we get 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
I'll do
Yeah.
that.
1,000.
If we get 1,000 subscribers, we can get our videos up faster. So get us there. Come on.
Yeah.
Get it faster. We
Exactly.
can even live stream. You can watch us live. You can watch all our mistakes if you care about that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do. But so the Dark Knight. Amazing. I just love the dark tone throughout the entire film. I just thought it just really added the Dark Knight. It's Batman. Just the dark tone. The Joker. The Joker was an amazing villain. He was just
Pipes, guys.
he was so into the role, and I feel like there wasn't a point in the movie where I felt like he was acting. It was just a genuine performance throughout the entire film from all the actors. Just the story of Batman and the Joker's schemes that he set up, the opening scene.
Oh my God,
the opening scene, the bank robbery. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
And then the bus just comes through
Oh,
and it
man.
just goes out. Maybe that was the only thing that I could say that it doesn't make sense. That may take away that the bus just came out of the bank and then went to the line of buses. Other than that,
They planned it out.
I mean, it was planned out, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it just
They paid off the
You know-
bus drivers.
okay. If going based off that, then yes, everything was perfect, flawless movie.
Yeah. There were just so many great scenes with the Joker. Like I loved how, like they were even though like he blew up the hospital with no one in it, but just the fact that he
the
did
fact
that.
that he blew it up.
Yeah, and just I loved how he was like kind of like messing
He was
around.
very
with the bomb.
cynical.
Like he
And
was
then,
like,
and then the thing about like that movie, it's like there's a bunch of like little characters that are so memorable, like the female cop that turned on them, the guy from the beginning, William Fichtner,
Yeah,
the guy with the gun at the bank.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he's like, "You fucking bastards, you're ruining my city." And he's like, you can see like he's almost like Batman, but he doesn't have like the resources.
Yeah.
But like
pretty much.
he's
Yes,
really much kind
yeah.
of like that.
Mhm.
You know, like Joker takes specifically takes offense to those type of people
Yeah.
who like really are just like
Mhm.
just want to like destroy all the corruption and stuff,
Mhm.
because he thinks corruption is just like
Yeah.
part of life, kind of.
Yeah, he just wants to watch the world burn.
Mhm.
I also like the writing of the characters. I feel like the Joker with the scene where he burned all that money,
Mhm.
it shows that money is not his motivation. Unlike other bad guys, like it was just he's a different type of villain. You know that he burned money. You know he's gonna like do anything he can just to. What was his goal? It was like just to What was his goal?
To fuck shit up.
Yeah, I mean basically.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah, no
for
goal.
lack of better words, yeah. Um,
To make as big of a splash in society as he possibly can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
As
I guess
turn what logic on its head.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he won. He won in the end.
No, he didn't.
The Joker.
No.
Oh yeah, because he corrupted Harvey Dent.
Yeah, but in that sense, but the
Well, he was- but
his,
the-
the
he
final
became-
goal, like with him, with those two boats destroying each
Oh,
other.
no, yeah.
Oh, that I
yeah.
like
They
that.
didn't.
Yeah, they did.
It was
yeah.
so intense.
Yeah, that was,
So-
that was good. That was
Just the intensity of
That kind
the
of nullified
situations.
his thing. Like he
Yeah,
proved
that's
that
true.
like a person can go corrupt, but like
He
the
can
city as a
trans-
whole can't.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Mhm.
So
Which that was a great theme.
Yeah.
Just the corruptness of a person or of people in general. I thought that was great. Just little thematic things here and there really added up, and then obviously the tone again, the cinematography, little details like on the motorcycle, how the front wheel just
Oh, yeah,
rolls over. I
yeah.
thought that was crazy,
Yeah, yeah.
and how he went up the wall and turned around.
yeah.
Just little stuff like that really made it amazing.
Mhm.
So definitely an 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Number one, can't argue it. Akshay.
Listen, I mean, you know, it's still a great film.
What is your number one?
Actually, you're
My
number
number
one.
one is
I don't think
Civil War. David? Wait, what? Wait, was that your number two?
That was my number two.
Yeah.
That was my number two.
It's my number 10.
I mean, still, it's, you know. It's
I
amazing.
think it's a bit
I don't
too
know.
soon, Akshay.
It's
I don't know. Maybe it is. Listen, maybe it is. I saw it twice in theaters. I loved it. I loved the chemistry between all the characters. The introductions to Spider-Man, Black Panther were so well done. I'm honestly more excited for the Black Panther standalone than the Spider-Man standalone because they just did Black Panther so well.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I just loved how the dynamic between Steve Rogers and Tony Stark, seeing their opposing views on this. There was no real villain in this, you know. Baron Zemo wasn't really a villain. You understood his motivations.
He was just a manipulator.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't really, and then Tony Stark, you really have to side with Tony Stark on this, even though Steve Rogers, I feel like he's definitely right. I mean,
What do you mean?
he is. I mean,
No, but like, what do
You
you
agree?
mean? You have to side on with Tony Stark, but Steve Rogers is right.
It's understand.
Side Tony Stark on
Oh, so
killing
you can
Bucky,
understand.
or
Yeah, with killing Bucky, yeah.
or like the Sokovia Accords.
No, with killing Bucky, like you have to understand why he wants to. He just saw his own parents get murdered firsthand. It wasn't even a quick death too. Like, you know, like you saw Bucky, his hand was about to choke his mother. I mean, that's an intense moment right there, and you really have to understand his standpoint there. But at the same time, you have to understand Steve Rogers' standpoint because Bucky was his only friend in the 40s, really. I mean, because
Mhm.
before he became Captain America and got the Super Soldier Serum, he really only had Bucky on his side. you know?
It's like his brother.
Yeah,
he
his
doesn't have
big-
like
yeah.
parents or
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. He was his
Like
big
kids.
brother.
Yeah.
And even now, especially because Bucky's his only link to the 40s, you know? Because after Peggy Carter died,
It's the only link to his former self because
Yeah.
everyone knows him as Captain America.
Exactly.
It's his last link to being
Steve Rogers, yeah, exactly. And I just love the action was so good. I love how they didn't even. I just love seeing the beginning where they develop everything, you know, but not even.
Yeah.
You know, where they just develop everyone, why everyone is on the side they're on, why Steve Rogers opposes the Sokovia Accords, why Tony Stark sides with the Sokovia Accords, why Black Panther. Like I love how he has his own personal vendetta, but at the same time he is with Tony Stark. I just love
I feel like he's a Tony Stark for the sole reason
to kill Bucky.
to kill
Yeah.
Bucky.
Yeah.
I don't think he's on Captain America's side or Iron Man's side. I think he's on his own side.
Yeah,
I think he just
exactly.
doesn't care about the Sokovia Accords because he's
Yeah.
not an Avenger.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's true. It's true. And I love in the end how he came to terms with himself and realized that that he can't let revenge take him over, and he even stopped Baron Zemo from killing himself. And I love how they really
I
fleshed
like
out.
his line for that.
Yeah.
It was I forget. It was like the living still need you, but there was something before that, which
Yeah.
made the payoff of the living still need you really work.
Mhm.
I forget.
I know you
Yeah.
want to join the dead, maybe, or something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
Something along those lines, but he's like, and then the living still need you, and I just really like the payoff
Mm.
after the previous line.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I loved it. I'll give it time. I'll give it more time. Maybe we'll see like a few months from now because it might still be fresh in my head.
We'll
Maybe.
revisit this issue.
Yeah, we will.
Your number one favorite superhero film.
Listen, I still love The Dark Knight, guys. I mean, it's still amazing.
It
Don't
could
get
have
me
been
wrong.
at least your number two.
I mean, I love the Avengers. It's tough. I'm not good at making these lists, to be honest. I'm really just
No, neither am I.
yeah. But yeah, I love Civil War #1 for now.
All right, my number one, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, starring
Oh.
Jessica Alba.
Oh my God.
Just like
No,
right there.
it's obviously The Dark Knight. It's the best superhero movie of all time, hands down. It's
Hands
my
down.
top 5. Well, it's my number 5 favorite movie of all time. It's just incredible. It's amazing. It's Nolan's best movie, and he's one of the best directors of all time. It's just we've beaten that horse, but it's an incredible movie. I don't see anything ever beating it. I think it's still gonna be the best superhero movie ever when it's all said and done.
I understand that.
Yeah.
All right.
Something to
So
think about.
those were our top 20s.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Comment your top 20s. in the
Yeah,
post.
comment your top 20s. Any
Yes.
questions, subscribe, like.
Yeah.
Again, start
Share.
discussion.
Yeah.
Discussion is good.
Discussion is good. There's people that will reply in the comments. We'll reply in the comments. Check out our previous
Yeah.
videos.
Send any. We might do a mailbag section actually if
If
we
we
get,
get enough.
If
emails.
we start, yeah.
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 So yeah.
So
email,
if you want a mailbag section,
email a
support
bunch of
us.
questions. Like,
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we leave, we have the 20 question segment.
Mm-hmm.
Akshay, you thought of a movie.
Yes.
All right. So.
Yep.
Okay.
I just-
Did it come out after the year 2000?
Yeah, we always start
yeah.
the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did it come out after 2010?
Yep.
Did it come out after 2013?
Yep.
Oh, and there was a time. Did it come out 2013?
You just said after.
After
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
After
2014.
Yeah.
After 2014.
Yep.
Did it come out
Wow.
this year?
No.
2016.
Wait, that was 4 questions. Wait.
That's
It's 5.
about 6 questions. I
Six.
think.
6. All right.
Why are we asking so much years?
Wait, it's 2014.
Okay, why don't we just say
Hold on a second. Jake, you asked if it came out.
I came out
2014.
after 2000.
after
then-
2000,
Then I came out then I said
2010.
after 2010. Then I said after 2013.
and then you asked 2014.
And then, oh, it's only 4.
4 questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is it a sci-fi movie?
Nope.
All right.
Wait, it did come out 2014.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it a drama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drama.
Is it big budget?
No.
No. Okay.
Wow. Is it Oscar bait, or like, did it get nominated for an Oscar?
Yeah.
Narrows it down.
Ooh.
Narrows it down quite a bit. Is it Spotlight?
It was 2014.
Oh crap.
Should I
Okay.
count that?
Yeah, count it.
Alright.
Because I was
What
mistaken
year
from
did-
it. Is it Boyhood?
No.
Oh, that's 2014.
Wait, that's
Low
10
budget.
questions.
Low budget. Low budget.
Low budget Oscar movie. Was it nominated for Best Picture?
Yes.
Is it Whiplash?
How? Yeah. How? Did
Yes.
That was 2014.
Aha!
Nice.
Nice.
That's good.
All right. Because the go-to
That's
for
a good
2014
movie.
is Birdman, Boyhood, Whiplash.
Yeah.
And then, like, yeah.
Yeah. That is true.
Miles Teller.
That was such a good movie.
I love Whiplash.
A bit overrated for my taste, but it's
Really, you think?
Yeah, it's good.
I liked
mean,
it. It was a different type of movie. It's
Yeah.
a movie you don't see. And when I first started going, or when I was going in to watch it, I didn't expect to really like it because the music movies really aren't my thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was really the emotion that they added into it that really drew you in. I
yeah,
feel like
it's good, but it's
you were drawn in. You were drawn into Miles Teller, and his story.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
he's
J.K.
just
Simmons.
he's just a normal. He's just standing for the audience.
Yeah.
And then the big thing is J.K. Simmons.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then,
He's so
but like
intense.
he's kind of like
And
his character is pretty weird. I mean, like there's like one big plot point that I thought was like really missing, like really just dumb. But like
Oh, yeah, in the end.
when he like pretty much sabotaged the whole thing, his whole stage production just to fuck with this kid.
oh, I didn't like that, but
Yeah.
that was
I think
Like
I think-
what the fuck?
Yeah.
He didn't plan
I know.
that he would be there.
Yeah.
He didn't
That's
like.
true. He didn't. And then that was hit.
And then people tell me, oh, it's because he wanted to see if he was truly great. And it's like,
that's the
how
only
can you
thing I could
predict
think
that?
of. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it
true.
wasn't.
How could he predict that?
Yeah, I don't think he did know that he was good because he played like shit for the first like.
Yeah.
He was always
First-
not good. I mean,
Mhm.
he barely
Not the
got
best.
into the school.
Yeah.
Oh well, he did barely. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I'm sure Simmons knew it. I mean, he left in the beginning, like the first. He didn't know that one of the drummers would quit the program, and then he has to go in and get that kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't. It's the whole thing like about J.K. Simmons knew he was gonna be great from the beginning. Bullshit.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, I see where you're
I
going
still
from.
I like the beginning. I like how they developed. They had an interesting relationship.